Now, guys, for ETL testing, guys, only what is required? SQL is required. Okay, that PL SQL is not required. But in the interview, they are asking. So we learned that also. Let us just start, guys. ETL testing. So we are going to start the fresh topic. Okay. Hi, Sandeep. I'm giving you the recording access. You can record. Okay. So let us just start, guys. ETL testing. The full form is what? ETL testing full form is what? Everyone tell me. Extract, transform, and load testing. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Extract, transform, and load testing. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there are three things what we will do in ETL testing. First, what we'll do? We'll extract the data. Next is what, guys? Transform the data. Next is what, guys? Load the data. Yes or no, guys? And then we will do the testing. So now, one by one. First is extract the data from the source. Now, extract the data from the source. So the main thing is, what is a source? Source can be a XML file, a HTML file, a normal text file. Most important, it can be a database. Now we are extracting the data from XML or HTML, text file, Excel sheet. Yes or no, guys? And then from the source, what we will do? We'll transform. Transform means what? Change the data. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So suppose there are so many data about an employee. So employee is having a salaries. Yes or no, guys? Guys, I have given the recording access. Please click on the record button. Rachel, Arjun, okay, guys, try to record. Okay, I've given recording access to everyone. Yes or no, guys? So I've given those who have joined by mobile can't get, but Arjun, I'm giving you just record the sessions, guys. Okay. Deepak said. So extract, transform, and load, and then test the data. That is nothing but your ETL testing. We have to extract the data from the sources. Sources can be what? An XML file, an HTML file, a text file, a database, or an Excel sheet. Yes or no, guys? Transform means change those data. Suppose the salary of an employee is given in an Excel sheet. Now, update the salary by 10%, increment by 10%. Suppose the salary is 1,000, make it 1,100. That is called as transform. And then load it, load the data. So load it into the data warehouse. Now, many people think database and data warehouse is the same thing. But no, that is not the correct thing. Anyone knows the difference between database and data warehouse? Difference between database and data warehouse. Anyone knows the difference, guys? Yes.
Databases are basically OLTP system where transactional data will be loaded.
Okay.
And data warehouse will have OLAP data and where complete pool of data from different databases, all transaction data will be stored at one place.
Yes.
With all the historical data.
Yes, guys. So now, let us understand, guys, database and data warehouse. Concepts should be very, very clear. So now, what is happening is, there is a database, okay, there's a sale is happening. This is there are 4 databases, guys. This is one database. I'm writing DB1. That means database 1, simple. I'm writing in a simple language. I'm not writing any complex language. Just writing database 1, database 3. Similarly, this is what? This is database 2. and this is database 4. Now guys, see it. Now this is a databases, guys. This is database 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Now what is happening is there's a showroom, okay? Showroom of Lee. Now there is a popular brand Lee. Have you heard about that for selling the jeans? Yes or no, guys? Have you ever
Yes,
heard
sir.
about this?
Yes,
Lee
sir.
jeans, Adidas jeans. Yes or no, guys? These are popular brands. Now Lee jeans is getting sold in a place in Bangalore. Suppose there's a place called as Marathalli. This is a place, guys. Suppose place 1 also we can tell. I'm taking a common example of Bangalore because most of them are from Bangalore. There's a place called as Marathalli where this jeans is getting sold of Lee brand. Similarly, guys, there is Lee showroom not only in Marathalli. There is also a place called as Kormangala. Okay. There is also a place called as Silk Board. Have you heard about Silk Board, guys? People who have lived or is living in Bangalore. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
These are the places, guys. Like every in Delhi, there is something called as
BTM
Chandni
layout.
Chowk. Yes or no, guys? It's like that, Mayur Bihar, like that. These are the places in Bangalore. There is something called as I lived around 7 years in Bangalore.
BTM layout, I think.
Yes, BTM is also there. Yes or no, guys? So there are 4 places in Bangalore. This is place number 1, where the jeans is getting sold. This is place number 2, where is the jeans is getting sold. This is place number 3. Similarly, place number 4. Now what is happening? In one day, guys, suppose in one day, so many jeans will be getting sold. Yes or no, guys? And it will be having some cost for that jeans, for that particular size, for that particular gender, male, female. All these data of these jeans will be stored where, guys? Will be stored where? Everyone tell me. In this database or not? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, Silk Board data will be stored in DB2. Similarly, BTM data will be stored in DB4. Similarly, Core Mangala data will be stored in DB3. Now, what will happen after this, guys? Now, this is what? OLTP. OLTP means what, guys? Online transactional processing. That means what happened day-to-day data, guys. Day-to-day jeans is getting sold and these data are getting stored in DB1. Similarly, in Silk Board DB2, here BTM DB4, Core Mangala DB3. Now, suppose for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, we can keep the data or maximum 1 year data. We can keep it where? In this particular OLTP database. OLTP means what? Online transactional processing, day-to-day data. And now what will happen from all these databases after 1 year? What will happen from this, from this, from this, from this? It will be stored in a centralized repository. That is nothing but what, guys? That is nothing but your data warehouse. Now, from all these 4 databases, after 1 year, suppose 5 year, 10 year, 20 year, 100 year, 1000 year, all this data will be stored in a centralized repository called as what, guys? Data warehouse. Now, data warehouse, what will happen? The data is what? Integrated. Why it is coming from different databases? So first thing is, what is a database? What is the answer, guys? What is a database? Can someone tell me? I have told many times. What is a database? Collection of data in the form of what? Guys, are you there with me?
Table.
Collection of data in the
Table.
form of what?
Row and column.
In the form of tables. Yes or no, guys? Now, for a database to qualify as data warehouse, what should happen, guys? Tell me what should happen. First of all, data should be what? Integrated. Yes or no, guys? Then it should be subject oriented, guys. Subject oriented. It should be related to a particular subject. Suppose an employee data. And in employee data, there is something called as the employee departments are there. Okay, so all this data is related to particular subject, that is nothing but your employee, or a sale is happening for a particular product, that is nothing but your sale is happening for a particular product, that is nothing but what, guys? That is nothing but a particular subject. So subject oriented, integrated, then it is what, guys? Non-volatile. Non-volatile means what, guys? We cannot do DML operations. What is DML operation? Can someone tell me? What is
Update.
DML operation? What are the DML operation, guys? Insert, update, delete. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
we cannot do this kind of operations. Yes or no, guys? Where? In the data warehouse, it is non-volatile. The subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile. Yes or no, guys? And time variant. Time variant means what, guys? Data will be for 10 years, 100 years. Yes or no, guys? Huge amount of time is required. So for a database to qualify as a data warehouse, it should have these 4 properties. Most important is the data is integrated. This is the most important. Subject oriented, non-volatile, time variant. So all these
Can you
things.
repeat subject oriented?
Yes. Subject oriented means it is related to a particular subject. Suppose sales of a product. Yes or no, guys? Suppose
Okay.
employee data. Okay, employee data. And in an organization, the employees are working. So this is what? An organization's employees data. So that is nothing but a particular subject. So now, guys,
So would
my
there be
question
only multiple warehouses or only one warehouse for an organization?
for an
So there will be
organization.
different subjects, right?
Yes, there will be different subjects, which we will divide it when we will learn something called as data mart. Have you heard about that? Next
Yes.
topic, when we will start data mart, we will explain you data mart is a subset of what? Subset of data warehouse. People get completely confused. What is database? What is data warehouse? What is data mart? Your concept should be very, very clear. Now, database is collection of data in the form of tables. Data warehouse, all these 4 properties. Then only it will become data warehouse. Data mart is a subset of data warehouse. It has all these properties, but this subject oriented means what? Suppose I have employee data of suppose for IBM company. Okay. Now what happens now is a huge data, right? It is also subject oriented, that is the employee data. But what happened? There is a particular department. Suppose there's a finance department. There's a sales department. There's a delivery department. There is a security department. There's a HR department. So what happened, guys? This will become a particular data mart. This is also a data warehouse, but it's a subset of data warehouse and related to a particular subject. Yeah. Now, guys.
So I
Now
meant to
my
ask, like, so in single warehouse, can they have sales data as well as employee data in a single warehouse?
no, it depends on the volume of data. You cannot tell like that. Okay. If it is a very
So
suppose a very huge data, okay, 10 crore, 10 petabyte data is there, 10 gigabyte data is there, then we have to divide it into small data marts so that we can do the testing properly. But if it is a small set of data, suppose 10 lakh data is there, or 5 lakh, 1 lakh data is there, 10,000 data is there, then we can have only one data warehouse. No need to divide it into data marts. It depends on the volume of data.
in that case, subject oriented will be given less priority, right?
No, subject oriented will be there only. It is related to a particular subject. Okay. Here also it is subject oriented. Here also in data mart also it is subject oriented. But what happened here, this subject oriented is further what? Divided into small subjects. Are you able to understand? One subject, main subject is what? Suppose employee data. This is the subject data. Now only 100 data is there. Then or 10,000 data is there. No need to create separate data mart. But now what happened? Here employee data is what? 10 petabyte of data. 10 crore data is there. Then we will divide it into different sections, different departments, different subjects, so that our testing and development will become easy. Yeah, guys. So this is my diagram. Now tell me, any question for database and data warehouse? Anyone?
No, sir.
Yeah. What about Purnima? What is a database? What is a data warehouse? Any question you have? Prashant, people who have joined today, Rachel, and who has joined today? I've forgotten the name. Rachel. Arjun, you have
Dashanas.
any doubt? Yes or no? Anuj, you have any doubt? Jash, you have any doubt? Meenakshi,
No, sir.
Purnima,
No, sir.
what is OLTP and OLAP, guys? Tell me. If you don't have any doubt, what is OLTP and what is OLAP? What is the full form first?
Online
OLTP is
transaction processing.
Online transaction
Transaction
processing.
processing.
And what is OLAP, guys?
Online
analytical
Analytical processing. Yes or no, guys? So here what happened? Historic data are there. Yes or no, guys? Why historic data? Again, we will
Yeah.
see this difference because this is the warehouse data. Yes or no, guys? Data warehouse data are nothing but your OLAP, online analytical processing, historic data. This is what type of data, guys? Transactional data. Yes or no, guys? Now, day-to-day data, maximum 1 year of data, that is nothing but your OLTP data, guys. Now my question is, in OLTP, there will be a small amount of data, yes or no, guys? Small amount of data. Here it will be what? Huge amount of data or not? Now we have learned about, guys, ETL is nothing but your extract, transform, and load data. We are extracting the data from the sources, can be an XML, HTML, text file, database, Excel sheet. We are transforming it as per our need, as per the business rules, and then we are loading the data into the data warehouse, and then we are testing it. There is something called as transformation, which is the main thing of ETL testing. We will learn various transformation. There is something called as aggregate transformation. Have you heard about this? There is something called as filter transformation. There is something called as shorter transformation. There is something called as router transformation. There is something called as joiner transformation. There is something called as lookup transformation. There is something called a sequence generation transformation. Yes, guys. Aggregate transformation, filter transformation, joiner transformation, router transformation, lookup transformation. Yes or no, guys? Yes. There's something called as expression transformation. All this transformation is present in Informatica as well as in any of the requirement. This can be used. Expression transformation. All this transformation and their validation is the most challenging part in ETL testing. We have to understand what is a transformation as well as their validation. So one of the complete development module I will teach you in Informatica, as well as complete testing of this 8 transformation. That is what is the most challenging part in ETL testing. First, we'll extract the data, transform the data, load the data, and then do the ETL testing. So there is something called as report testing. Have you heard about that? Report testing. Anyone has heard about report testing? What is BI report testing or report testing? Some people are writing BI report testing. Some people are writing only what? Report testing. Yes or no, guys? BI report testing means what? Business intelligence report testing. Yes or no, guys? Yes. BI report testing means what? Business intelligence report testing. Yes or no, guys? What happens in report testing? People will teach you ETL testing and they will tell a lot of things, but you will ask that report testing, no answer. But your ETL testing is incomplete without report testing. Let me make it very clear in the first day. End product. The end product of ETL testing is nothing but your end product of ETL testing is nothing but what? A BI report which is developed. End product of ETL testing is what? BI report which is developed. Yes or no, guys? Now, how to do BI testing? The datas which were where? Datas which were in data mart is now going where, guys? To BI report. And we are testing the data from data mart to the BI report, which is called as what, guys? Report testing. Now, how to do this? We'll learn separately. So there are two things, guys. One is ETL testing. What happens in ETL testing? From source, it goes to what? Data warehouse. Yes or no, guys? There is something called as staging area. I'll tell you staging area. From staging area, it goes to data warehouse. From data warehouse, it goes to data mart. Till here, guys, if you are validating source to data warehouse or source to data mart, this is called as what? ETL testing. But as soon as you will test what? From data warehouse to BI report, this is called as what, guys? Report testing. Any doubt, guys, here? Tell me. Anything you want to ask? Anyone? Yeah. Any doubts? Purnima? Deepak? Yes or no?
No.
What about Meenakshi?
Doubt, sir. Got it.
No one is asking how can you get everything in one shot, I am thinking. Are you understanding or not? What about Anuj? Arun? Arjun? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Everything in one shot, how people are understanding. What about Shrikant? Yes, Shrikant, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you understanding? Prashant, are you understanding everything?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Any doubt?
So only one thing.
Yes, tell me.
Like in data warehouse, you will be having less input or update or delete operations. Can I know the reason?
Yeah, because this is a 100-year data, okay? And then what will happen? Our father's data is there, okay? Now we will go and delete one record. Now tell me, it will be difficult to track or not? 100 year before, how many transactions has happened in his bank? Okay. Now we went and deleted 5 records. Now it will be difficult or not to track it if it is permanently deleted. Tell me.
Yes.
If we update something. So that is why this kind of operations, what will happen, update, delete, will not do in a warehouse. Where we can do it in the database, current data. Yes or no, guys? See, if you go to a bank, okay, tell what I want the account summary of 3 months. Immediately they will give. 1 year. Immediately they will give. Now tell him that I want the account summary of last 10 years. They will tell, wait for 3 days, then you will get. Why? Because they don't have in the current database. They go to where? They will go to the data warehouse and query from there, and then they will get back to you and give you the data. So that is why it takes time. It will take 3 days to get the 10 years account data. We cannot update and insert in such kind of situations, guys. 10 years before, how many transactions happened, and you'll go and simply just delete 5 records or update 5 records. It will be very difficult to track it. That is why that DML, DDL, all those the DDL, DML activities will not do in the data warehouse. Any further question, guys? Anyone?
Is
See,
there
guys,
any requirement like after the data is pulled from database to data warehouse and the data need to be corrected even then situation? No.
Yes, that we will learn in the architecture, guys. So how the data are loaded from the data. There is something called as what, guys? Project architecture. Have you heard about that? Or explain the project. Okay, there's something called as project architecture. There's something called as project. So when I'll discuss you about the project architecture and project, I will tell you how the data are loading from the layer to layer and how the validation is happening. This is the first question, guys. This is the first question, as well as when you are working This is the first thing you should know. To do any ETL testing and all, first thing you should know the project architecture, guys. What is the source? What is the staging area? What validation we will do in the staging area? What validation we will do in the data warehouse? What is the difference between staging and data warehouse testing? What is the difference in data warehouse and data mart? Why we are having this data marts? Why we are not telling that testing is happening from source to data warehouse? Every time you will listen source to data warehouse, no one talks about data mart. Why? Because this is already understood that we'll test from source to data mart. But at the time of telling, people will tell from source to data warehouse to BI report. But actually source to data mart to BI report. And also depends on the project architecture. Have they developed the data mart or not? If they have not developed, it will not be there. General case, it will be source to staging to data warehouse to data mart to the BI. But at the time of telling, we just tell what source to data warehouse to BI report. But actually testing is done from source to staging area. Then we test what, guys? From source to data warehouse. And then we will test, guys, from the data warehouse to the BI report. So in data warehouse, again, is furtherly divided into data marts. So that is what is the project architecture we are going to learn. The first thing in ETL testing, if you learn, this is my ETL notes, guys, exclusively for VTS, only for VTS, don't give it to anyone. This is prepared by me. This is called ETL architecture. As soon as you will go in an interview, first thing they will ask, can you please introduce yourself? You will tell so and so, I am this, my name is this, I am working here with so many years of experience into ETL testing, SQL, and this is my overall experience. Then they will ask the second question is, okay, can you please explain your project architecture? Yes or no, guys? You have the first question, what you will get is introduction. Next question you will get is project architecture. And this is for generic for any company of this world. Okay. They might not ask about your introduction part, but they will ask your project architecture. So pay attention, guys, to understand. This is the project architecture, guys. Is it visible? Yes or no? Is it visible, guys? Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is
Yes,
here,
sir.
guys? This is the source. Can you see the source? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is a flat file, unstructured data, and then this is some databases are there. Okay. No. From the source, it will go to a layer called as ODS. ODS, I will tell you, very rarely used, but I will discuss that also. And then it is going to staging, then it's going to data warehouse, then data marts, then it is going to the BI report, and then the end users are seeing all these things. Yes or no, guys? So no. To understand an architecture, guys, I will require Purnima's help, okay? Because I require some help. So from a female, so let me just take Purnima's help. So Purnima, my question to you is, how we cook potato curry? Can you just tell me? Yeah, Purnima, are you there? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes. So how to cook potato curry? What is your answer? From the beginning, you have to tell one by one.
Sir, first of all, we have to boil some potatoes.
Okay.
And
No, not like that. Okay. From the scratch, first you will have a potato. Okay. Then
Yeah.
what you will do?
after that, I'll cut that potatoes.
You will not wash it. Are you cooking like that? First is what? We'll wash it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll wash. Then what happen after washing?
Then we'll chop the potato.
Okay. We will after washing and cleaning and all, we will cut the potato. Okay. Then what will happen?
Sorry for late joining. Due to network connectivity, I am unable to join.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me. After cutting the potato, what will happen? Tell me, Purnima.
So after that, I'll boil that potatoes and prepare some curries for the potato.
Okay. You will boil and prepare what? Curry. And then what will happen?
And then start cooking and mixing together.
Okay.
And
Okay. And cooking. And then this potato curry will be made. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Fine, guys. Now Purnima has given a very good answer. So first we will have a potato, guys. Okay. So potato, consider it as a source. First we will have a source. Now what will happen from the source? We'll wash it. Wash it in the sense, we will tell what was, guys? Clean it. Yes or no, guys? Data cleaning. Also called as what, guys? Data cleansing. Some people call it as data scrubbing. Okay. Now what happens here? We'll clean this potato, guys. Okay, whatever it is, the dust and all is there, and then we'll peel out the skin and all. That is called what, guys? Data cleaning, data cleansing, data scrubbing. All these things are what done in the staging area. After that, guys, cleaning your potato is done. Then what we'll do, guys? We'll actually do the transformation. We'll actually cut the potato in various shapes. Yes or no, guys? Will actually transform the data into where, guys? Into the data warehouse. Yes or no, guys? And then what will happen? The data is loaded into what? The particular data warehouse. And from data warehouse, guys, what will happen? All this cutting and cooking and all is nothing but your data warehouse. And then what will happen? If I want in a small plates, that is nothing but your data mart. Suppose two people are eating, okay? Purnima and her friend. So suppose she and her friend is eating. She will have two dish plate because she can't give everything in one plate, right? She will have two dish plate. So now what will happen is, in one plate, she will give the vegetable, whatever she has cooked, and in another plate, she'll give again the vegetable. So that what will happen is, it will become easier to serve to the different people. So this entire thing you have to understand the project architecture. First is the source. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Now the source is what, guys? Is the data. Okay, whatever the source, it can be an XML and HTML or database and all. And then what will happen? I told you staging area where we'll wash and clean and all those things will happen. But before that, some of the companies, they ask is something called as landing area. That means what, guys? Here, what will happen is you are peeling out the screen, okay, of the potato. But here, what happens in the landing area? What you did is, as soon as you taken the potato, you just rubbed it by your hand. Means you did a what?
Quality
Minimal testing is done where? Is done in the landing area. What you did is just you remove the dust by a cloth, and then what happened? You just given the water. That's all to clean it. That is nothing but your landing area. Minimal testing is done in the landing area. That means you have landed this particular potato in a dish. You just remove the dust by a cloth, and then you have what? You have just cleaned it using a warm water or cold water. Then you peel out the screen. That is nothing but your staging area. Then you do the actual transformation and cook it. That is nothing but your data warehouse. Then you serve in different plate. That is nothing but your data mart. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So now, if this is the architecture, what do you understand? This is a source. Now, what is ODS, guys? Landing area. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, this is what, guys? This is the landing area. Yes or no, guys? Operational data store. So this is the landing area, operational data store. From here, minimal testing will be done. Then in the staging area, data quality checks will be done. Then in data warehouse, actual testing will be done. Data mart, this data warehouse is divided into subsets. It will have all the property of data warehouse, but it is divided into different subsets. So we can check the data from the source to data mart directly. And then what will happen? From this data mart, the data is going into this dashboard report. Dashboards are also called as reports. It's called the presentation layer because we are presenting it in front of the users. That is nothing but your BI report. So now we are testing the data from the data mart to the BI report. In the time of telling, guys, We don't tell like this. We tell what? We're taking the data from source to data warehouse and data warehouse to data BI report. But actually what is happening is going to the
Even
data
the
mart.
ODS is also DB.
ODS is the landing area, guys. I'll discuss that. Okay. Now, so concentrate here. Now, what will happen? Source to data mart and data mart to BI report. This BI report is used by the end users for a particular guys to take the particular decision. Okay, for the higher management, CEO, MD. This kind of people will see the BI report. In the report, the employee information is there. I will see what this product is getting sold like anything. I will increase the production. This product is not at all getting sold. Either I will update this production or I'll just remove that particular product. That is nothing but your BI report. Yes, guys. So this is guys ODS layer. This is can be a database. Yes or no, guys? In databases, different modules are there. So this is one of the particular database. Here also staging also there's a particular database. Now here this is a data warehouse. Particular URLs are giving. So this is very rarely used, guys. But you never tell ODS. ODS is never used actually. But I told you that if someone asks you what is operational data store or what is a landing area, then you can tell a minimal round of testing is done. What kind of testing is done? I'll discuss. Now, if now the question is asked, suppose you go and attend an interview and question is asked, yes, your name is Purnima. So Purnima, can you please explain your ETL testing project which you are working or the project architecture? Then you have to tell my project is a data migration project. Why it is data migration project? Because data is moving from one place to another. Then what you have to tell? Data is coming from source system. Source is a database only. From source, it is going to the staging area. Start from here. From staging area, it is going to the data warehouse. From data warehouse, it is going to the data mart. From data mart, it is going to the BI report. The testing done is in two parts, from source to data warehouse and data warehouse to the BI report. Then you have to tell the types of testing done, which we will discuss in the next part of our learning. This is the project architecture. Make it very clear. Any question, guys? Tell me. Anyone? Any question? Anyone? Guys, any question?
Sir, I to ask so what type of source? So what will the answer means?
You will tell it is a database to database. Okay, I will tell you the source, Excel to Excel, all the techniques I will tell you. Excel to Excel, file to file, database to database, all those techniques will be taught to you. You say as of now it is a database to database with some transformation. Just tell me. Next. Any question?
Sir, after getting the data from the source, why we are cleaning the data?
Getting the data, it is going to staging area. Yeah, tell me.
Why we are cleaning the data?
You are cleaning the data in the staging area, and then the transformation is happening in the data warehouse. This is what layer 1. This is layer 2. You understand layer? Okay.
Before it is loaded to stage, it will be cleaned, right?
No. It will be cleaned in the staging. Yes or no, guys? You will do the data cleansing activity in the staging. You put the potato in the plate. Then you will clean it. No. Without putting, can you do clean it? You put the potato in the plate. Now what you will do? You will take it to the water. You will clean it. You will peel out the skin in the and then you will further clean it. Again, you will wash it. All these things will happen when once you have put the potato in the plate. Can you do it in the packet in which we have brought the potato? Can you wash there only? Tell me. Can you wash in the packet what you have brought the potato? You cannot do, right? First, you take that potatoes, you put it in a plate. Then you clean that potato. Then you peel out the screen. Yes or no, guys? Yes, like that, the data from the source will first go in the staging area. Now, here it is our duty, test engineer's duty, to do the data quality checks and do the data quality testing. Yes, guys. Next. Any question? Ask. Any doubt?
What is the unstructured data?
Unstructured data, structured data, and semi-structured data. Have you heard about that? Structured. Guys, I'm getting some disturbance. Data is what? Data is of three types. What are the types of data, guys? Can you just tell me?
Structured
There-
data, unstructured data, semi-structured data.
Semi-structured data. Yes or no, guys? Structured data. Then semi-structured data. Unstructured data. Structured data, which can be represented in the form of rows and columns. Yes or no, guys? If the data can be represented in the form of rows and columns, that is called as what, guys? That is called as structured data, tabular data. Semi-structured data like your XML, HTML, what happened? It is structured up to an extent. Okay, up to an extent, there's a particular structure, and it can be converted into what? Converted into structured data. Unstructured data means what, guys? It is not in the form of rows and columns, like your video file, like your song file. Yes or no, guys? This kind of data which is completely unstructured, that is called as unstructured data, which cannot be represented in the form of what? Rows and columns. Tell me, guys, any doubts?
Sir, I have a question regarding data validation.
Yeah,
I
tell
mean,
me, tell me.
is there any difference between data cleansing and data quality check, or the validation we do
Yeah,
perform?
no, that is same. Data quality check, data cleansing, data scrubbing, what we are going to learn the next.
Then, sir, okay. Then that ETL validations, main validations we do perform in the data warehouse. So
That is the
our
actual
code
testing. That is the ETL testing. What you testing you will do in the data warehouse, that is the ETL testing. Data quality checks are different, and the actual ETL testing, data warehouse testing, is the testing what we do. See, there are two things. One is the data quality checks, and our data quality checks here we will do. Now, data warehouse is the actual warehouse testing, data warehouse testing or ETL testing, which will be testing the actual transformation logic. Once you will learn the transformation and the logics, how we are validating it, it will become more clear. How it is different, what testing we are doing here, what testing we are doing here, how it is different from this data quality check. Once I will start the testing, I will explain. Tell me, guys. Next. Any question? What is a
So
data
like
mart?
you said that it will be cleaned only after it will be landed into stage, right?
Yes.
So we basically will be extracting data through Informatica. The data which is extracted through sources will be temporarily stored in Informatica database or Informatica repository. From there, it will be transformed or trimmed or cleansed to stage. Right?
No. This data, what is there? Okay. These data will be extracted, transformed using Informatica, and then it will be loaded into the warehouse, into the staging area. Okay, so ETL
Yes.
tool is Informatica. Okay, see the
Yes.
ETL. See, there are some ETL tools, guys. Can you tell me which are the ETL tools? There is something called as Informatica. Yes or no, guys?
SSIS.
Abnito, SSIS. Yes or no, guys? IBM Data Stage. Then
Talent.
Altryx, ALTRYX. There are so many ETL tools, guys. Okay. And for cloud, we are using what? Azure Data Factory. Have you heard about that? This is also a ETL tool, guys. What is the use of this ETL tools? Or we can use what, guys? PLSQL to do the same thing. What these tools and all will do is these tools will, guys, will what do? It will actually what? Extract the data. It will actually what? Transform the data. It will actually what? Load the data into the data warehouse. Who will do this? Things that will be done by this tool, something called as Informatica, which software we have provided you. Yes or no, guys? See, this is a database. Okay, this is fine. This is the username Scott and Tiger. Yes or no, guys? But to handle this, there is a integration of this tool with this Informatica, Power Center Informatica. Yes or no, guys? Clear. This is ETL tool, guys, Informatica. Every ETL developer uses this tool. He creates the logic, how the data will be loaded from source to target. This is a project. There will be source. There will be a target. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
See, this is there are three parts, guys. Again, I will teach you Informatica completely. Workflow manager. There is something called as workflow monitor to check the status of the workflow what we are running. Workflow manager is there where we will what we'll do, guys, where we will run the workflows. Yes or no, guys? So here we will create the mapping, guys. For now, what is mapping? How to create mapping? Entire session I will take. Here there will be a source, guys. Here there will be a transformation, guys. Here there will be a target, guys. And then mapping will be created and data will be loaded. Entire thing I will teach you nicely. Okay, so don't worry. So now this is the tool, guys, which is integrated with what? It is integrated with our database. Yes or no, guys? This Oracle DB. And based on that, once we will run the workflow from where? Suppose this is a workflow we will create here, guys. There will be a lot of workflow we will create in this workflow manager. There will be workflows. And then once we create a workflow, we select the workflow and right click and run that workflow. Now it is not created. Once I'll create, I'll show you. Then what will happen? Then the data will be loaded into the target. This is what is the Informatica. I will have a separate session for Informatica. Guys, any doubts? Tell me. Next. Any doubt? Are you clear, guys? Tell me yes or no with this diagram. Any doubt?
Clear, sir.
Yeah. So
Sir,
now,
to-
yeah, tell me.
Sir, tool will be anyone, but technology is same, na?
Yeah, the concept is same only. Whether used Informatica, SSIS, IBM Data Stage, Cloud, Azure Data Factory, ultimately the work is same only. I am teaching you Informatica.
Cloud
Go
in the
and
sense the tool in Azure it is a service or some the data
Azure
warehouse is a
Data
cloud.
Factory, what will happen is you will select a particular pipeline. Here we will select a particular workflow. There we will select a particular pipeline. Right click run. That's all you have to do. Is just running the workflow or the pipeline. Yes or no, guys? Now tell me, guys, any doubt here?
So the Azure Data Factory will be used in cloud warehouses or how?
Azure Data Factory is again a tool to load the data
Okay.
from source to target. Yes, tell me.
The target can be data warehouse or cloud, right?
Cloud data warehouse. Target is always a data warehouse. Be very clear.
Okay.
Target is a data warehouse. There we use the target called a Snowflake. Generally, that cloud-based ETL testing will use that Snowflake. I'll show you. Leave that. As I often, but the target is always data warehouse 100%. There it is what? Snowflake. That's all is the warehouse. But the concept is completely same. Whether you use cloud-based, whether you use Informatica, SSIS, IBM Data Stage, any ETL tool, you have to just run the workflow and check the status. In report testing, I will teach you Power BI. There is MicroStrategy, there is SSRS, there is OBI, there is Quick View, Quick Lime. So many ETL reporting tools are there, but the overall concept is same only. How to do the report testing. I will take the most popular Power BI and installation and doing testing of the report testing completely end-to-end performance and manual and data. All these things I will do. You will learn one report testing. You can tell I worked in MicroStrategy, SSRS, Cognos, OBI. All the report testing is same only. So that I will tell you one of the tool. So that is what is the thing, guys. So now this is now from tomorrow, guys. I don't want to start so many things today, and I will start your actual testing from tomorrow, guys. That what is the testing done in a in a ODS layer? What is the testing done in a staging layer? What is the testing done in a data warehouse? And then how we'll testing the data mart and the report and all these things, guys. You should be very, very clear. Tomorrow's class is very, very important. Now, and again, this entire week and next week, very, very important. Tell me. So now, guys, yeah, who will give me the answer? What is your project? Who will give me this answer? Now, let me just see who can give this answer. So let us start from Deepak. Deepak, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Deepak. So my question to you is, in your project, you have so many experience in ETL testing and all. Can you please explain your project and the project architecture in the project you are working? Can you please explain me? What will be your answer? Tell me.
So right now I'm working on an insurance project.
Hmm.
So can we convert this insurance project in ETL project?
Yes, yes. You just tell me the day project architecture. What I have taught you. Tell me.
Okay. So first of all, we have different type of data where we sources different type of sources where we fetch the data into staging where we clean the data, then we move the data into warehouse, and then we have different data marts where we move our data in data marts and we perform then BI testing, means reports testing.
So now, yes, guys. One more.
Sir, may I
Yeah,
tell?
yeah,
May I
yeah.
tell?
Yes, Nikhil, you explain. What is your project? Yes.
Yes, first data is extracted from source and
Hmm.
it moves to staging area. From staging area, it moves to data warehouse, and from data warehouse, it goes to data mart, and finally it goes to BI report for report generation purpose.
So what are the testing you have performed, Nikhil, in this project?
The validation we have performed in this project is count validation, minus
No, I
validation.
don't want that. I have not taught this. I tell you what are the types of testing done. There are two kinds of testing done. One is from where?
Source to data warehouse and data warehouse to BI report.
Source to data warehouse and data warehouse to BI report. Yes or no, guys? So now, guys, after this, guys, tomorrow I will tell you that what is your source. You have to tell that source is a data base. Target is also a database. Now, from tomorrow, I will start your validations, guys. There is something called as structure validation. There is something called as count validation, data validation, duplicate validation, null validation, all these data checks and all. From tomorrow, you will have to be very, very extra proactive. That is what is the requirement, guys. This document I'll share you now. So from tomorrow, we'll start the validation, guys. Any doubt
One
further?
doubt is like I was having like data warehouse can be in cloud form or how it will be in real time.
Data warehouse is generally a data warehouse is what? Tell me first of all, what did you understood? What is a data warehouse? It is also a database only. That is called as what?
Yes.
Data warehouse database. Yes or no? What is happening in a data warehouse? Data is coming from different databases. So it is called as data warehouse because it is subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile, and time variant. But it is also a database. So it is called as data warehouse database. Now tell me. Data warehouse is also a database. Only the properties are different. That's why it is called as data warehouse. Yes, guys. Next. Any doubt? So your data warehouse will not be
I
any.
need to ask like it will be in cloud form or how it will be
No, it will be a normal
in
database.
local
No.
server.
Yeah, normal database. Tell me. Suppose your source is a Oracle, target is a SQL server. It is also possible. Or source is only Oracle and target is also Oracle. Tell me.
Just the capacity and the properties differs between DB and the data.
That's all. Main thing is integrated. Data warehouse data is always integrated.
Even the Azure Data Factory can be used to load in Oracle database and all.
No, it has a separate. Azure is a cloud is a separate platform where when I'll start cloud I'll tell you there's a separate platforms for cloud. As of now, just focus here. Tell me, guys, any doubts? Are you clear with today's class? What is ETL testing? Everyone tell me what is ETL testing?
Extract, transform, load test.
Load testing. What is happening in extract transform load testing? We are extracting the data from where?
The source systems.
From the source system. What are the source system? Everyone, what are the source system? Guys, give me the answer. What are the source system?
Source
Flat
system
file,
can be Excel,
flat
DB,
file.
or anything.
We
Hmm?
have structured as well as unstructured data which will be getting from the store system, so which can be in the form of flat files or text files, and so semi-structured data in the form of XML and HTML, and structured data in the form of DB.
Don't tell all these things, guys. Just tell what source can be a database, a XML, HTML, or an Excel file, or a text file. Okay, that's all. Just tell. Because if you tell structured and unstructured, and then a lot of questions will come. So don't tell all those things. Just tell source can be a database, a CSV file, a text file, an Excel sheet, or an XML or HTML. Then what happens from source? Where is the data is going? Everyone tell me. Where is the data going from source?
So we'll be having a staging layer where the data will be loaded into the staging area, from where it will be cleansed and doing data cleansing activities and data scrubbing activities.
Then after that, from there, where the data will go?
And the data will be
data will-
transformed to the data warehouse.
Okay. And from data warehouse, what will happen?
Here, we'll have different data marks based on the subjects which we have required. Subject-oriented data will be divided into data marks.
So what is the difference between a data warehouse and data mart?
So typically both are same. This is just subset of a data warehouse which have a
Yes.
user
No,
specific
don't tell both are same. Just tell what data mart is a subset of data warehouse. That's all. Data mart is what? A subset of what? Data warehouse.
That
So it will be within the data warehouse itself, or it will be a separate system.
No, see, I told you, no, it has all the property of data warehouse, but it is a subset. I told you the vegetable, what Purnima cooked, that is the same vegetable or not. But if I keep it into 5 pots, will the test will different? Test will be same or not? All
the data marks will be created within the same data warehouse, or it will be different DBs.
It will be created in the same data warehouse, but it will be different subjects. Are you able to understand? I told you, no, it will be different subjects in the same data warehouse, but it is a different folder structure. You can understand different separate databases. Data mart database, because we cannot keep everything in one particular
staging area will be in the data warehouse only.
Yes. Everything a particular URLs are given. Staging URL, data warehouse URL, data mart URL. Yes or no, guys?
Okay.
So now, guys, I am giving you all the notes, guys. Okay. So now just go through my recording today. Try to understand, because from tomorrow, guys, I'll start the validation. Okay. And then validation is very challenging here. So now you have to be completely focused. All the testing of these things will start from tomorrow. So I would request all of you to be very sincere and come to the classes, because from tomorrow, guys, I'll start the actual testing of the ETL testing. Now I have given you understanding of ETL testing. From tomorrow, I'll start the actual testing.
Sir, one last question I have.
Yeah, tell me.
Technically, how do we fetch data from source to staging area?
So using the ETL tool, I'll show you in the ETL tool. It will extract the data, will create a mapping. Okay, mapping is like a code, you can say, where we will keep that this is the source, this is the target, this is the transformation, and then when you will run, the data will be extracted and loaded from source to target. So using that, that is why we learn Informatica, using that tool.
Okay, sir.
Some people use PL/SQL coding also for that, but that is very rarely used.
Only this PL coding is used, then we need to know how to test the PL/SQL code.
Yes, no, but generally people use the tool only. So you tell using the tool, because tool is much more perfect. If you write in a code and all, it can be right, wrong. But here, if you go to a ETL tool, guys, now they will tell you if your data is not loaded properly, you got a defect, and how to analyze that particular.
Completely, they are using PL/SQL only for complete ETL process.
Yes. See, what I am telling is, when a defect is logged, then it is not that you have got a defect and that means it is a defect and that's all. No. If a defect has come, why this defect has come, how it can be fixed, what is the mistake the developer has done, what coding changes he will do, where he will do in this tool, everything we will learn this. So now guys, I've given all these notes and all, you have the recording. If you have any further question guys, tomorrow you can definitely ask me, and then tomorrow we'll meet at 9 p.m. Okay guys. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Let me know if you have any doubts tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.